right, so I think the camera's on. Whoops. The reason I don't know is because, excuse me, I'm actually, if you realize that I ended up going YouTube live to substitute for a 911 call on June 30th, 2024. And I do not know who this gal is because there was some female. I know 2 out of the 3 of my friends called 911 or called the police station directly to help me. But here's something interesting. I work in the schools as a substitute teacher. I often will say that my region is slow growing. I sometimes feel it's stagnant. I've been told by somebody in LA who had a really huge ego that it's the armpit of America, which is so insulting. And of course, I did not retort because that's rude. But, honestly, I did say something to a friend of mine in that community on Clubhouse. Well, I did say to him, well, that depends on whose house you go to. And to my friend, I said, and he's never invited to mine. But the point is number one, my house does need some repair. So if you're a real estate agent and you're keeping an eye on 7827 Tolbert's Court, my address, my phone number, everything is out on the web. So yeah, I've got some work to do, and I will get it done. But on June 30th, I broke my clavicle in 2, and I have the x-rays to demonstrate it. What I found, though, because I went to a local Toledo hospital, and we have 2 basically hospital systems that are like, we have Pac-Man, we have Mrs. Pac-Man. Mrs. Pac-Man is our Mercy system. Then we have a baby Pac-Man, which is Toledo Clinic. And I went to Cleveland Clinic for a second opinion because, and I found this quite interesting, the Cleveland Clinic physician either showed me my bone at a different angle or went nano, if you will, on me and said, the Toledo physician kept me in this place of absolute neutrality. In other words, I'm not sure if I like how it's healing. The x-rays it appeared like it was, to me, it appeared as if the bone is still broken, and that there's I'm not a radiologist, nor am I a surgeon who maybe likes to cut into people's mucous membrane, but he told me it was 50-50 whether whether he wanted to do surgery. So I might have turned off this. Nope, I didn't. And so anyway, I have had major, sorry for the volume on my voice, but my clavicle's healing, but it hurts like a mo. And mo means mother, and it's short for the kids when they say MFER. Yes, it's a curse word. So yeah, you can see visually the difference between this side and this side, right? Like my clavicle, right? Let me see if I can. It hurts still, and the only thing, yeah, you see, I can't even get the same kind of, like, this is still inflamed. I can't get the same kind of dip, and my body was way more symmetrical. Not even 2 months ago. Going on 2 months ago. So, anyway, the chief complaint that I have had is the pain. I have pushed and hurt myself to do. I did not get assigned a physical therapist. It ticked me off. I qualified for home health care. It ticked me off. They didn't come through. And praise the good Lord, truly, for my Christian friends, because I am in a community with people that are older than me, and they believe me when I'm in pain. They don't say, suck it up, buttercup, and they don't dismiss me. And one of the, I would say 3 or 4 of the ladies just really stepped into the gap, namely a woman who is employed by the Toledo Public Schools. And I'm telling you what, you really, good friends, they're hard to come by. And another one is not employed by, she's employed by a insurance, I'm going to say firm, but what makes her tick is truly, she is just in nature a philanthropist. She wants to give. Her heart is in the right place, and she's really strong. But sometimes, with us gals, we're so strong in what we believe. And I'm sorry, it's just tolerated a lot more when it comes to men. Men are forgiven for not knowing as wide and deep, width and depth as women, and being able to rise like cream of the crop, rise to the occasion. And women are expected not to be like men, but we're not really allowed to compete in the, let's just say, the cerebral arena, right? Like, so, in my opinion, too smart, an intelligent couple across the board, like intelligence, there's just all kinds of compounding, or I call it popcorn synergy, when you have, a bright, kind, and smart couple. So, I want everybody across the globe to realize that, my enthusiasm is, in anthropology. That came about, it's kind of a long story. I'll tell that maybe on a different day. But, I watch people, I watch trends, I pay attention to effectiveness, I pay attention to results. And, I guess the one curiosity I have today and some of the observations that I'm having is in regards to medical technology and medical changes. Cleveland Clinic has, expanded their operations concretely, as in they have hospitals in Ireland. I think they're positioned to become one of the best and well-known medical systems globally. Could be wrong, but that's just my thought. And I would like to know, though, and this is for all of you, I'm going to say research. I love geeks, so this is not a punch or, a blow in the arm, like a punch in the arm or anything. But I would like to know if there's any technology where, and I, from a neuro standpoint, I felt this way about my headaches too, like, put those nodes on and let's like monitor the headaches and the stress that I've experienced or what have you. I don't want to have a doctor decide because somebody else's brain responds to a stimulus that my brain will respond to that stimulus the same way. I think as human beings, we are far too unique. And although we have in America certainly, but globally also used other animals that, to demonstrate and to find out certain things and prove certain things in medical research, human beings that are willing and able to volunteer or be paid for research, that should be an occupation. And like, I'm going to push into this a little bit like ouchy too, because I am a Christian woman, and some of my fellow Christian women, we are super upset about fetuses from abortions being donated and or utilized, maybe even harvested from places like Planned Parenthood to do medical research. And so there's a belief that, and this may be an individual Christian belief, but there's a belief that that's exploiting babies. And the reason why and I, like, for the love of Pete, why in God's green earth in America are we allowing full-term abortion? That is certainly, I mean, my brother was a preemie. Like, we have the knowledge, technology, and know-how as to when a fetus is likely, based on all of the preemies, and all of the medical documentation, a full-term baby? Come on, people. I mean, that's it's euthanization, right? I mean, like, what? So anyways, point being, like, people like me, I have a neighbor who's super young in spirit, and she's aged out and doesn't qualify for her medical condition, and she deserves it, and she'd be willing, and she's an excellent patient in that she is vibrant, positive, healthy, and willing, she has a medical condition that they are doing some research on where so some of you medical people will be able to, either with medical terminology or, physicians themselves will be able to tell what this is. But like her, if you say, I'm going to use very crude description, but the flap from her esophagus to her stomach gets paralyzed, and so she has GERD issues, but she will just, like, unfortunately throw up a lot during the day, and then she will have issues like going number 2. Now, that being said, she also falls into a category that is very concerning to me, and it's a very large category where she's trusting her doctors and being treated for, I think, type 2 diabetes, and sorry, Marie darling, but she's got Parkinson's disease. And so the contraindications of the medical or the medicine that she's on, some of the most wonderful foods for us, are absolutely banned, such as, grapefruit and citrus. And so it's kind of interesting, what's happening. I think maybe the, end user, the consumer, there are people that are willing, that are informed, and they want to participate. And so I'm just telling you all to get a little bit more creative, would you? I mean, I think that you're going to have to stop being that fly that's trying to, fly through a glass window and look for, an open window or an open door to, get away from that glass barrier, just saying. But anyway, I haven't had my phone in a couple of days because I took it to a fix-it place, and conveniently for them, inconveniently for me, they are putting, notes on the door. Their hours posted online are Monday through Sunday, so 7 days a week. And then the hours posted on their doors, sorry, we're closed due to staffing shortages on Sunday. Sorry, we're closing, due to staffing shortages on Saturday. And so I find that interesting that this, there's an insurance company involved, and it is a tech, they are like planting tech, like little pods. And I think we're getting ready for some more booming in the tech space. But I am not an economist, and I am just an average, maybe a little not average, but I'm just a 52-year-old mama bear who lives in Northwest Ohio. I always say Northern Ohio, but I'm curious. And my grandma's 100, and if there's one valuable thing that she has taught me is to keep your brain sharp. Continue to learn and to be optimistic. Now, That's it. So thanks for being with me today. And I'm just going to say, God bless you good. And make sure you're asking important and scrupulous questions to your medical providers. Globally, we have a lot of network connections, and the doctors have tremendous knowledge, some of them around the globe because of their networks. And there is tremendous value in an informed physician. So thanks. And I mean, like, now I just want you to know one more thing about this pain. So now my bone is gonna heal like this. Ooh. So you got this, and then like really the rest of the bone is like this. So it's gonna be an A frame, right? If you want to think like architecturally, right? An A-frame. And so like it hurts to move, but I can. And range of motion, look, it hurts. I can get it. I can do it. And even if I take this and pull it up, I just did this yesterday, full range of motion. I'm calling this a victory from a broken clavicle standpoint, because somebody wrote an article saying do not operate. And so, more to come on this, but right now throbbing. Just a couple of days ago was I able to actually localize and describe the kind of pain. It was non-localized for the first, all of July. From a pain standpoint, all of July was a wash for me. And then, so we are the 12th of August. And I'm with the confidence that I received from going to the Cleveland Clinic. Thank you very much, my sweet, sweet friend from Westgate Chapel Church, who I don't really know her real well, but she's very sharp. Her name is April, and I just love her. I can tell you that I feel bone pain. I feel musculoskeletal, like contract muscle cramps, so therefore muscle relaxers offer some pain, but we need better pain medication that's not addictive in nature, like the opioids, and things like that. Heavens to Betsy, I know somebody who just has had just wretched problems getting off of this steroids that she had been on for life. In regards to some eczema type skin conditions, and the withdrawal has just been really inhumane. I just feel so bad for her. I mean, her skin, the inflammation. She's a dear, good, slender friend of mine, and when I went to see her 2 Thanksgivings ago, I kid you not, like her body was lumpy. She was like swollen in different places, just major body inflammation. And so we want to get better, but we also want to be able to relieve symptoms such as extreme bone pain, musculoskeletal pain, and dare I say nerve pain. Like, I do not know why, but I have had persistent pain, like down deep, maybe on the other side of my rib cage. I don't know. In the tissue, I just wonder if like I ripped some like tendons or some tissue and nerves that are deep, because when I press on it like this, it doesn't hurt. And yet when I move, like, it's, so pain is so, I think, tricky, but still nonetheless, ice and, I'm just continuing to take, as many as I can, Tylenol, Advil, the blended kind, and I don't mean as many as I can in that, I tend to be extremely conservative in taking medicine. So, like, if the doctors say no more than 6 in 24 hours, I will see if I can just do for sure 5, right? Like, because we always have to be pushing ourselves for the better and for health and wellness, right? So Jamie Thor here, just talking a little bit about a physical ailment, encouraging wellness and health to you all, and mixing in some global talk, probably because I was searching about AI and the global impact, and the like. So God bless you all. God bless you good. And would you please, really, if you are not a Christian, just like take a look at the Ten Commandments and just really realize that the principles in the Ten Commandments really set you up for phenomenal leadership. And each one of us can grow and become the best person that we can be through a principled, I believe, like Christianity achieves this. I have dear friends also that are of other religions, but what's so unique and remarkable about the Bible, anthropologically speaking, let's just say, you've got, this was before television, this was before any kind of media, word of mouth only, not everybody even could read. Many people were kept from reading through oppressive means, as in, you are, not of this culture, you're a Canaanite, you're a woman, and that's the scoffing, that's the rude, that's the horrendousness that humanity is capable of. But, we have, and Jesus leveled that, right? He totally leveled the playing field. However, there was a lot of that stuck in not just culture, but in the, psyche and the mentality globally. But, you've got the Old Testament, and there's a lot of harems. You got the New Testament, where grace, comes forth. All along, God's saying one family, one wife, one husband, family unit. And then you've got Revelations, and I've been known to sort of poke fun and say it's sort of a little like, let's say Star Trek or like Men in Black, or, it's a little bit dark-ish. Well, shoot, it's terribly dark, but it's very metaphorical. But the good pastors and the strong churches can incorporate all three, Old Testament, New Testament, and Revelation, to encourage congregations to be thoughtful, insightful, hopefully discerning. So, yep, I'm wrapping it up. Thank you for listening. This may bore the pants off of half of you, but thank you. If you stay to the end, I'll give you a kiss. Mwah! I'll send you lots of love. And again, thank you so much. Have a good day, and come back and see me. Bye.